I studied art. I feel like development is like an art. My beginning with development was on the Halifax side, and the market got heated, and I was trying to find a better location to go and a better place to make development. So I drove on this site and I saw the potential.
I grew up in Dartmouth, and as a teen I actually worked on Canal Street driving a forklift and unloading trains at a plumbing warehouse. I remember how gritty this place was. I remember the kind of pall of smoke and dirt that was over this place. And to see something as amazing as King's Wharf rising from that blows my mind.
It was like an ugly, chain fenced place with a lot of industrial warehouse. It was an old shipyard. But the sun exposure was so amazing, the views were so amazing that made me think that this would be the place to develop. And when it came on the market a few months later, I jumped at the occasion, I jumped at it right away. I was presented with a fresh, blank canvas, and I have to dream and paint the best picture. The challenges is navigating through approval stages. So it was a big task, and it was a lot of hard work going and convincing HRM that this is a prime real estate and this is the right location for beautiful development on the waterfront. So the challenge was there, but I think we kept painting the picture for them, and as we showed them the canvas, they were more and more excited. So we got them to buy on the idea that this could be a really good thing for the community. And that's what keeps me going, and that gives me the energy that at the end, I'm gonna finish this painting and it's gonna be magnificent.
We want this place to be tantalizing. We want you not only to find areas of refuge and areas of great beauty, but we want you to be tantalized to move through the site. And so there will be sneaky views, little corridors, small laneways, things that pull you through, that introduce you to new surprises that you may not have known existed on the site. That idea permeated the discussion on the design of the site, and that taken together with where the sun will be at different times of day, the topography of the site, the natural locations for the marina, the opportunities for an outdoor cafe life to develop facing the setting sun, particularly where we get so many hours of it than they do on the Halifax side.
We have 30 acres of prime land on Halifax Harbor that keeps evolving.
Currently on the site, we have a fantastic jewelry designer, a brilliant Italian restaurant, one of the best I've ever been to, with an amazing evocative interior and fantastic owners who make you feel like you're part of their family. We have a great coffee shop, and we've also added a lovely little European-style market store so that the people who are living here, when they need some bread or cheese or milk or something, will have a place to go.
Due to the fact we are on this beautiful location and how we're exposed to the mouths of the harbor and how the sun penetrates the site, we designed the buildings with the maximum glass. So there's floor to ceiling glass. People living in our apartment, they're very happy. It's a natural light. You can never walk in any of our suites and not be amazed how bright it is.
One of the qualities of a complete community is that it fosters not only a range of people who can live on the site, but also brings in all the kinds of services and amenities that those people who are going to live here and visit the site are going to want to take advantage of. Those things started to shape a series of what we call districts, but they're not so hard-edged as districts might be. We found that along King's Wharf, we've got a very urban feeling context already, and that will continue to be that nature, or of that nature. The Point will be its own place with the Maristella Tower, but the lower part of the site is where something really interesting and unique starts to happen. It's where a kind of a European walkable mixed use waterside community starts to really develop, really find its voice. And we can't just have that on the site. We can't just have an urban area. We knew that we would have people who wanted to live here in a more relaxed, a quieter area. And so there's also a part of the site that wraps around the site in some respects that will have a quieter residential quality. There will be one road or two roads, for instance, that are a bit quieter, that don't have the hustle and bustle that you would find on the marina-focused side. We want this place to endure. We want to make sure it's of a quality and with design intent that will ensure that through storms, through winter winds, through ice, but also through just general use, through the kind of use that a place will get when it's loved, when families are out throwing a ball around, when dogs are running around. It has to be built to that kind of quality. And that extends throughout. That extends not only to the building materials and the building design. When you come into the common spaces in these buildings, you can tell immediately that you're in a place of very high quality. The floors, the finishes, even the choices in lighting, everything speak to that. When you go through into your unit, everything there has a sense of quality. When you touch things, they feel good. You see it when you look outside from your suite. You notice the stone, you notice the high quality of the construction on buildings around you. You see the landscaping. These things all taken together are part of what it means to be at King's Wharf. They're an incredibly important element about place here. This place is meant to last.
The evolution of King's Wharf is necessary because, as I told you, it's like an artist painting that painting and it's not done till it's done. So you keep improving on it and they keep improving on it till they really at the end put their signature on it. We are planning the site as a pedestrian site, as giving opportunity to everybody who lives here or come to this site to enjoy walking, to enjoy the waterfront. It's not a site that is designed for car at all. The number one in mind for us is a pedestrian feel, is how the sun is going to penetrate the site from all angles, and that's how we position the future buildings along the sites. That's how the walking trails are a great experience for the pedestrian.
It is one of the most compelling visions I've run across in a very long time in my career. A courageous vision. This is not an easy project to bring to fruition.
There's no other development east of Montreal that has the location, the magnitude, and the possibilities of doing 30-acre in the downtown core on the waterfront. It's like we're creating our own grid. I think 10 years from now, King's Wharf will be the focus of the downtown core. Like you see now, they take aerial shots of Purdy's Wharf, and that's kind of indicative and representative of Halifax. I think 10 years from now, all across Canada, people will look at King's Wharf as a beacon and the iconic development that defines Halifax like the Sydney Opera House defines Sydney Harbour in Australia.
To be part of this is a bit of a dream, I have to say. As someone with a background in architecture and urban planning, it's hard to imagine a project that brings together all of the things that I have wanted in my career in a way that this project has.
I mean, it's a massive, well-planned development on such a beautiful piece of land right at the mouth of the harbor. So this will be on every postcard moving forward, I have no doubt in my mind.